Oh, wow, what a match. And next up, we have ApologyMan, national favorite Faust of many folks out there, against Safe. And of course, so you all know ApologyMan. ApologyMan, great Faust player and everything like that. But there was a preemptive tournament last night. Not last night, that was Thursday night now. Imagine time.
Yeah, last night is the post-emptive night.
Yeah, it's a post-emptive night. But there was a pre-event tournament that happened at a nearby bar from here. So it was in the grand finals, ApologyMan versus Supernoon. Supernoon, known RAM player.
Right.
I have realized that ApologyMan has accepted that this match is not my jam and has been going Giovanna against Ramlethals. So
respectable choice.
Yeah, there is a pocket Giovanna against at least Ramlethal matches, but potentially other matches that he may not feel comfortable playing Faust as. So I would say ApologyMan is a much more well-rounded player as of recent, making that change, expending a little bit more, playing more for the tournament instead of just for the best character of.
Yeah, sometimes you got to make those sort of difficult choices, especially in a game like Strive that has some polarizing matchups. Like, I don't want to use the term simplified because I don't think it's necessarily it's a bit disingenuous. But
yeah.
There's a lot of situations that are funneled to a few interaction points. There are a lot of, this is your tool to deal with this, etc. So you end up with matchups where an important tool just doesn't work the way you want it to. Or there's just a few interactions that this is the interaction that has been built into your kit, and it just doesn't work against this character. And being able to say, I just need to pick up a sub for this, it takes a certain amount of humility.
Yes.
And it's the I want to win choice.
Right. Absolutely.
And so I have mad respect for saying, you know what, I need to pick up a character to deal with this sort of thing.
Yeah, it's always important as a tournament player to realize, is this the kind of game that allows me to use one specialist character and play that through the entire way? Or does the game not allow for that, but it allows me to pick up other characters along the way so that, I can play a different game at any given point? And to kind of even go back to prior Guilty Gears, more vintage Guilty Gears, I feel like those old games were more adept to saying, yeah, if you play your character well enough, your specialties can shine, and they have just enough tools around everything else so that they can be played at a high-level tournament and potentially win. Now in this Guilty Gear, it's the generalist characters who are really strong generally.
Right, because there's a lot of strong system mechanics.
Yeah,
and there's people sometimes say something like, 6B the game, strike throw the game, et cetera, but kind of in a KOF sense, if you're good at that stuff and you understand how the general system mechanics work and the consistent tools across characters work, you can pick up and learn a sub in a way that was really just not generally feasible in older Guilty Gears, where every character kind of played their own system in a certain sense.
Right. It's more of a clash of systems in that game. Now, everyone's really tethered to a very specific set of systems that the game really expects you to use it in a specific way instead of oh, it does that? Cool. That's a part of the game now. That's great. Thanks for discovering that, guys. All right, so Faust versus Millia. I do feel like this is at least a match that Faust can handle pretty significantly well. It does get out of hand fast if you do screw anything up, but ApologyMan, not one for making these sort of mistakes either.
And from Millia's side, she has the ability to, if she is correct about a Faust item toss, be across the screen in a second.
Yeah, exactly. And I might not be remembering correctly, but I believe she still has the ability to run across the screen and go under a lot of Faust normals too from further away.
Yeah, she still has that lowered run.
Yeah.
She also has Barrage that she can use to get under stuff. So I think this is going to be at neutral, largely a battle of what is Safe's ability to use Millia's tricky movement to get past the items, the anti-airs, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
I think the onus is going to be on Safe to use their movement very effectively.
Yeah, so here we go here. Yeah, Safe, playing it safe, just waiting for that first opportunity, gets a knockdown, rushing in here, but ApologyMan, very good at the 5P, 2P Abari situation. Doing really, really well with that.
Right. Mix-up time. The power of Millia.
Backdash in and out here, just not going in. Even in that weird situation where Safe was under ApologyMan, did not opt to press a button, and that's extremely, extremely good.
Oh, there it is. Danger warning.
Ooh, great backdash from Safe, realizing that this weight was coming down. You'll see this, a lot of Faust players do this. They see the weight thrown out when they're farming for items and whatnot, and they'll backdash over the weight. Safe did that in return when they landed on the ground. That was insanely smart.
Very good stuff. Definitely demonstrating they understand the matchup. And I do like, there's many situations just like that. They recognized it ended with disc. Any pressure reset's going to be pretty faithful. Almost the sickest conversion. The trumpet was on the side of safe, though. Look at that 2K.
Oh, that was so good. Great anti-air into the 6H. They're doing massive damage for Faust. And Safe just playing very simple because, yeah, a very simple JS covers so many of Faust's options if they aren't doing JH that it just, Safe was playing it very, very well there.
Absolutely. Double JH. Quite a decent amount of damage just for a mid-air poke. Mix up. Nice double jump, recognizing the trumpet was a problem.
Oh no!
Big
back
conversion!
dash.
Look at this damage.
And I think maybe Safe was trying to go for like just an insta block on the love so they could get out of the situation a little bit more closely to them, but it does not pay off. And now finds himself in the corner here. ApologyMan about to close it out here.
Yeah,
it's
meteors,
just so hard to do.
It's Genesis, so you gotta have the meteor smash.
Right.
Moving on to round 3. This could go either way.
Oh my gosh. So nice JH into JH there. And that's one thing that ApologyMan is really consistent with. JH into JH has really nailed that down and has really capitalized on the changes that was made in the most recent major patch for Faust, or for Faust, but across the system to say, yeah, you can dash cancel and like move cancels a lot of aerial stuff.
Seeing the BRC and just burst.
Yeah. Not today. Burst RC, please.
Well, again, just like you were talking about, their usage of JH, so good.
Doing a lot of damage. That is still where Faust gets the majority of his damage. More so important in this game than prior Guilty Gear games, but that's absolutely the strong point of Faust here. It is such a good move still to this day. Even pre-patch, that was still a pretty damn good move.
JH is a move that there has not been a world where Faust hasn't loved to press it.
Oh, I love that about ApologyMan too. Right on the gamble with the mix over their head, and it's like, what side I'm going to go on? What side am I going to start on? Because it's really hard to react and get an anti-air out in time that actually stops that maneuver.
Absolutely. It's and like you mentioned, it's a big gamble because if you're wrong, it is very minus on block. But ApologyMan's success rate on that setup, at least on stream, has been so consistent this event.
Absolutely. And Safe maybe getting a little bit more impatient here, just realizing that they can't get their game started because ApologyMan is so willing to just like block for as long as they need to, and it's just, yeah, very good about saying, okay, you're slightly negative there, I'm willing to 5P, I'm willing to 2P, I'm willing to far slash.
That was a punish.
Yeah, that was a punish. Like, just so ready for everything. Yeah, 2P into a safe 6P situation there, jumps right back in.
Just look at this pressure. When the Faust starts air dashing at you and pressuring, you know they're in their zone.
Absolutely. What's corner here? JH again. Oh, misses just slightly because of the rose there. Great stuff from Safe, moving around real good.
ApologyMan, it's been kind of like this in some of their other games I've seen this weekend. The first game, they maybe lose a couple rounds figuring stuff out, but there's kind of an event horizon where they figured out their opponent's movement patterns in the air, and then just 6P and JH began to wall them out.
And I mean, I think that's a really important skill for Faust in this game here, but also previous Guilty Gears where you're not playing as much of the game for your game plan to get to your game-winning situation. You're trying to outplay your opponent, prevent them from playing in general, and then make them make more mistakes because they're trying to catch up now. And ApologyMan is doing that to a T.
Nice. Yeah, incredibly well. Such good reads, such good situational awareness. And they're moving on 2-0 in this set. They only need one more game. Safe is going to have to get the reverse 3-0.
Oh, yeah. Now, see, I think what we're seeing here from Safe is that, you know, getting a little bit more impatient, getting a little bit more like, I need to get in, I need to make moves because I'm just losing out in this match because I'm not being as aggressive. But the thing is, the way Safe started this matchup was really, really good, and I think that's not just the ApologyMan special. I think that's just the actual, like, very nice. Oh. Never mind.
they were going
nice
for the Nage stuff.
Safe. But I feel like that was a playstyle that made ApologyMan have to watch for a lot longer, and Safe was able to surprise ApologyMan a lot more here and there. But now Safe is finding themselves next to ApologyMan, in part because ApologyMan is chasing down, but also in part that Safe is running in, just wants to be in, wants to get the mix.
That can be how it feels playing a set play character against a strong zoner, and especially an opponent that started to get in your head. You just want to get in there and get to the point where your character is good. And it can be harder and harder to resist the temptation. Want to confirm off the explosion, and that's going to do it.
Ooh, to not interrupt you too much there, but that defense from safe up into that last little hit was insanely good.
It was super slick.
But
Can't block forever, though.
Right. But as you were saying there, man.
Oh, I'd finished my thought.
Oh, you did? You? Okay, that worked out perfectly. Hey, thanks, you know, folks on the stream over there just, you know, fixing us up and just saying, hey, you know.
It's perfect.
Perfect time just